Chapter 1. The Spark of Rebellion. In the year 1765, in the bustling streets of Boston, a fervent tension gripped the air. The British Parliament had just passed the Stamp Act, a law that imposed heavy taxes on the American colonies. Samuel Adams, a passionate patriot, stood before a passionate crowd at Faneuil Hall. "We must unite," he cried, "to stand against this tyranny. No taxation without representation." His words ignited a spark that would soon grow into a roaring flame of revolution. Chapter 2. The Boston Massacre. The year was 1770, and the simmering discontent had turned into open hostility. British soldiers were stationed in Boston, and the tension reached a boiling point. On the fateful evening of March 5th, a confrontation between the townsfolk and the redcoats erupted into violence. Shots were fired, and 5 colonists lay dead. This incident became known as the Boston Massacre. Chapter 3. The Tea Party. In 1773, the British government attempted to assert its authority once more with the Tea Act. Colonists, led by figures like Samuel Adams and the Sons of Liberty, had had enough. In a daring act of defiance, they boarded British ships in Boston Harbor and dumped craters of tea into the water. The Boston Tea Party was a symbol of resistance to British oppression. Chapter 4. The Continental Congress in September 1774, delegates from 12 of the 13 American colonies convened in Philadelphia for the First Continental Congress. They drafted a Declaration of Rights and Grievances, asserting their rights as British citizens and calling for a repeal of the intolerable acts. Tensions continued to escalate, and it was clear that a breaking point was approaching. Chapter 5. The Shot Heard Round the World. April 19, 1775, marked a turning point. British troops, marching to confiscate colonial arms, clashed with American militia in Lexington and Concord. The first shot, the shot heard round the world, was fired. It was a battle that no one had planned for, but it marked the beginning of open conflict. Chapter 6. The Declaration of Independence. By 1776, the colonies had come to realize that reconciliation with Britain was unlikely. On July 4th, the Second Continental Congress adopted Thomas Jefferson's eloquent words as the Declaration of Independence. The 13 colonies declared themselves a new nation, the United States of America, and sought alliances with France and other European powers. Chapter 7. The Long Struggle. The American Revolution raged on for years, with battles at places like Bunker Hill, Saratoga, and Valley Forge. The American forces, led by General George Washington, faced incredible hardships but held on. France's support proved crucial, as they provided troops, supplies, and naval power. Chapter 8. Victory at Yorktown. In 1781, a decisive moment arrived. French and American forces, along with a blockade by the French Navy, trapped British General Cornwallis at Yorktown, Virginia. After a siege, Cornwallis surrendered, effectively ending major combat operations in North America. Chapter 9. Treaty of Paris. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed, officially recognizing the independence of the United States. The war was over, and a new nation had emerged from the crucible of conflict. The ideals of liberty, democracy, and self-determination that had fueled the revolution would shape the United States' future. Epilogue. A Nation Reborn. The American Revolution was a tumultuous journey, born out of a desire for freedom and self-governance. It transformed a collection of colonies into a united nation, laying the foundation for a democratic republic that would inspire the world. The sacrifices and struggles of those who fought in the name of liberty left an indelible mark on history, ensuring that the flame of freedom would continue to burn brightly for generations to come.